Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. A Hopkins County grand jury handed up 76 criminal indictments Thursday, September 8th. A number of the indictments were for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, but the largest number of reported indictments was for possession of controlled substances. The indictments can be found in a news article on ksstradio.com. Local surveyor and minister Dr. John Cooper has announced his candidacy for Congress. He announced his candidacy noon Thursday at Celebration Plaza. Cooper will seek the Republican nomination for the Texas District 4 U.S. House of Representatives, a seat currently held by Republican John Ratcliffe. The 4th District includes Hopkins, Delta, Franklin, Hunt, Raines, and a number of other Northeast and North Texas counties. Cooper says he's a constitutional conservative Republican. His campaign goal is to make Congress great again.
It comes down to the point of why Congress does not represent the American people. And it comes along with the same line of President Trump's mandate to make America great again. So we come along with the same idea. We'll help the president, we'll back the president 100%, and we will go and make Congress great again. And by doing that, I tell people why Congress does not represent the American people.
And why do you think it does not?
Well, it's very interesting because that's what I'm going to give you some stuff today to show you. Because you see, in the first Democratic presidential debate, Bernie Sanders said he was a socialist. Well, I looked up socialist and socialism, as you well know, in the definition. I guess I better give it to you so that, because I can't remember the definition, it's complicated. But it says that Webster defines it as governmental ownership and administration of the means of production and distribution of goods, a system of society or group living in which there is no private property, a system of condition of society in which their means of production are owned and operated and controlled by the state, a stage in what used to be the old Marxist theology, Marxist transition between capitalism and communism, and distinguished by unequal distribution of goods and pay according to the work done. So when I looked at that and I said, uh-oh, we got a socialist in Congress, and began to say the Democrats told us why that they do not represent the American people. As of right now, Congress has maybe an 8% rating, right? President Trump has a 42% rating. But I've got to give the president credit because he gave $1 million to the relief fund. And in my opinion, that speaks a lot for the president. Not that, but President Trump, his salary is probably maybe an astronomical $1 a year or something like that. And how long have we had a president who's willing to serve practically for nothing? So we back Trump 100%. But then come along, Hillary Clinton said she was a socialist. Same time. And so you start looking at socialism, and first thing you know, it's defined. It comes right back to Marxist, right back to communism. So communism, socialism. So I derive the idea of a communist socialist because that's what I think they're doing. Now you can use any kind of ism you want, probably, but I've been asking people, Jimmy, I'm saying, what's wrong with Congress? And they say, well, I don't know. I can't put it into words. So I'm putting it into words. Now let me back that up now, okay? Because I got some stuff here, but in the Democratic, it says, what is a Democratic Socialist? And that's what they say they are, a Democratic Socialist. Well, I mean, it's still a socialist. Now you put whatever ism you want to it, and you go through all the questions in here, and they say, why doesn't socialism has been discredited by the collapse of the communism of USSR? Very interesting. You've seen a lot of this stuff, Jimmy. I know it's new to you, but I need to say it to the people so they can see where I'm coming from. Very interesting. The last part of this right here, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but I want you to look at that bottom line. Okay? Let me read it to you. It says that we also call ourselves socialists because we are proud of the traditions upon which we base all the heritage of the Socialist Party, Eugene Debs and Norman Thomas, and of the struggles they had for change to better America. America is more democratic and just. Finally, we call ourselves socialists to remind everyone that we have a vision of a better world. Well, my opinion right now is a better world. Congress does not make a better world with 8% rating, because I hear all of our politicians saying today, "Oh, I didn't think this, I didn't think that." But Jimmy, I haven't heard one of them say to me, "You know, my constituents said this, and they're supposed to be a representative of the people." And that's what I want to be. When we get through this, I'm going to say to you, I want to be a representative of the people. That's why I'll come out on 2 or 3 days a month, and I'll meet with the people, and I'll talk to them and find out what's going on, and tell them what's going on in Congress, and we'll keep it going there. Now,
do you think the current congressman for this district is someone who follows socialism?
you have to ask him, because I don't know if he knows the definition or not, because I've said that we have President Trump faces he faces everybody. First of all, we got the Democratic Communist Socialists in Congress. We have the Republican Communist Socialists in Congress. We have those Republicans who are shall we say, they're socialists, they're communist socialists, and they don't know it. And you have to ask him, and I'd say ask him where he stands.
Do you feel like that he's voting with the others who are looking at ideas of socialism?
Jimmy, I think you need to ask him those questions, because I don't want to answer for him. The only one thing I'll say about our current congressman, and he appears to me to be the middle of the road type person. And I don't think today when we go to Congress you can be the middle of the road. You're going to have to stand for the Constitution, for the American people, what they believe, and you've got to represent your district. And I don't think the people are representing their district today.
You call yourself a constitutional Republican.
Yes.
Define that for us.
Well, first of all, I believe the Constitution is not being upheld. That's the reason why I'm fighting for First Amendment rights, to get our First Amendment rights back. You remember in the 60s and 70s, they started taking our rights away, prayer in school, all kinds of things like that. And you know what happened, don't you? There's no prayer in school, so they've taken God out of school. Now, being a constitutionalist, God has to be in the school, because God's a part of the Constitution. If you read the Constitution, 94% of the Constitution is talked about of people who are Bible-believing people and who were our forefathers. And Jimmy, it just goes right back to it. As far as Congressman goes, you have to ask him.
Okay. You say you support the First Amendment. You also say you support the Second Amendment,
yes,
which is the right to bear arms and so forth.
Yes, I do, yes.
But you have some problems with the 16th Amendment.
Yes. Now, the 16th Amendment is going to be a lot tougher, because it has to be revised. In my opinion, you have to take the Congress's control over our taxes out of Congress's hands. The 16th Amendment allows them to tax us any way they wanted to. Just put a lot of words there. That's what it was all about. Now then, although that they have that right, we have to take that away, because our people are overtaxed already. We're overburdened with regulations and rules, and Jim, we got to come to a point somewhere where this has to stop.
How will government be supported without taxes?
Well, we can do a flat tax, where if everybody paid their fair share, that wouldn't be a bad deal, because that's been talked about before. Like I believe if you think about Reagan, Reagan come along with that idea along that lines. So we could do something like that where everybody paid. Now, as a businessman, Jimmy, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't really pay taxes. You know why? Because I don't have to. It's in the budget. It's in my tax deductions reduction. And so, hey, every one of us are to be paying so much to support our government. We have to keep our government strong. And we got to keep the military strong, too. Let me tell you something else, too. You know why the Democrats and the Socialists and the Communist Socialists are opposed to President Trump? Because they cannot regulate, they cannot enforce their rules, their things they passed out of Congress. They cannot enforce them without the President, who is our Commander-in-Chief of our Army, without military support.
Okay. Well, there is a division between the executive branch and the legislative branch and the
Definitely.
judicial branch. So.
Right. And guess who hurts, Jimmy? The American people. Why does Congress have an 8% rating? Because they do not and will not and are not right now representing the American people. We've got to put representatives, so we've got to vote, and we've got to use term limits to keep the people out from getting up there and getting so secure, like the politicians who want to go up there forever, be a be a career politician. That's something we need to get rid of.
You're for term limits?
Yes, sir. I think there ought to be 2 term limits. Matter of fact, if you read my instructions, you say, I'm in there, I'm running for 2 terms. And then that's it. Because I believe in term limits. I think it's the way it should be. And personally, I think every congressman, every senator ought to feel the same way. And I think 2 terms is enough for anybody.
If you were to receive the nomination, you were to be elected, what are some of the things specifically that you would want to do when you went to Washington?
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say people do not understand the Constitution, the original Constitution, and I'm going to work on legislation where that when you say I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, that you have to have 8 hours of continuing education before you take that oath. In my opinion, they do not know what they're saying, and what they're saying most of the time is, I'm not breaking any laws. And they say, I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. They have not. They've not. Now, one of the things that have been passed, like, for instance, the prayer school, all that type of things that came back years ago, they've never repealed that. They've never brought that back again. It's still in the books.
There's not much time, but you still have time to get your ticket for the Lights of Life Style Show on Thursday, September 14th. It will be held at First United Methodist Church Fellowship Hall, put on by Lunel Fashions, and that's where you get your ticket. All of the proceeds benefit the Hopkins County Healthcare Foundation, which Meredith Cadell is executive director of. Let's find out about the style show.
Put on by Lunel's, and you do the dinner and the fashions.
Yes, and this year we're having live entertainment by our Dairy Festival queen, JC Reed.
Isn't she great?
She's amazing.
She's awesome. So that's a new twist. And then also Pioneer Cafe is going to donate the dinner. So we're going to have a fabulous dinner. And Michelle Itzy with Itsy Bitsy Bakery is doing dessert. So the food will be fabulous. And the fashions, as always, Carrie does such a good job of having all the latest, coolest, stylish clothes for us to wear. And so she's going to show us all that night.
So tickets at Lunel's.
Yes.
And other places.
You can get them at the foundation office, which now our office is in the hospital. So as you walk in the door of the hospital, turn the corner around the gift shop, we're the first office right there.
Okay.
But they should go to Lunel's and pick them up, because then they can check out all the cool clothes they have.
Absolutely. And there's not much time till next Thursday evening, so be sure and get your ticket and be there. Tables of 8. It's $25 each person.
Mm-hmm. We're doing that this year. We will actually reserve it and make a sign for their table if they want to go ahead and reserve a table for 8. That way they know they can sit with all their girlfriends.
And the location, as last year.
Yes, at First Methodist Church Fellowship Hall.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, and this benefits the Healthcare Foundation.
Yes, ma'am.
Which Meredith Cadell is now the
executive director is my title. I wear lots of hats, but basically what we do is we raise money for the hospital. So this past year we purchased the anti-gravity treadmill, which has been ever since they put it in, it's just been nonstop. I mean, they had to make a separate schedule for the treadmill because so many people in the community had the need for it. And then also the Giraffe Omni beds are in place. I got to see preemie twins in them last week, so it was really exciting. So.
Tell me what those things are again.
Giraffe Omni bed. It's a way to take care of babies if they're born at 32 weeks. Kind of like the old time incubator, but this one you don't have to move them out of a warmer and into an incubator to weigh them, and it just does everything all together in one location. So you don't have to transport the baby, move them around very much. They just get to stay in this thing, and then it raises up and looks like a giraffe is why they call it that. But this year the money we're raising, our goal is $300,000. Actually, no, our goal is $400,000 this year, and we're going to be purchasing a sterilizer. Obviously, that's hugely important for a hospital, that all of our equipment and everything that we use is sterile. And so we're purchasing a sterilizer. We're purchasing 3 high-density monitors for our surgery center so that it's kind of, I always think about it like this, the TVs that we used to have in the 70s, the picture we got on them, versus now you see the brand new high-def televisions. Mm-hmm. That's what our surgeons will now have when they're doing surgery. So if they're going in to scope your knee, they will be able to see it in high definition. So we're purchasing 3 of those, and we're purchasing a new Lucas CPR machine, which is what we use for our ambulances, and we've expanded our ambulance fleet. And so a couple of years ago, we equipped all of those with Lucas CPR machines, and now we're adding one additional since we have a new ambulance. And we're purchasing a new newborn hearing screening machine. So when babies are born, we have the most state-of-the-art equipment to screen their hearing, because it's so important that we figure out early on if they have a hearing issue. And then we're also purchasing some pressure sensor bed alarms. So when people get out of beds, if they get up, we are aware of it. We're notified instead of them, because of course we don't want them to risk falling. So we're having those. And then we're also purchasing a cardiac monitor for one of the ambulances as well. So we've got a huge list of things that we're doing, and we're going to kick off this campaign with the style show with Carrie and all of her pretty girls, and she can tell us about all that because I know nothing.
So Carrie, the models that you use for the style show are people that we might know.
There are people in the community. They could own a business. Some of them own businesses here. Some of them are teachers, moms, just everyday people here in everyday sizes. So you're going to see a range of size and a range of ages. We have one in their 20s, a few in their 30s, and the majority is 40 and above.
Okay.
A lot of them are like working women, so wearing real sizes, but they're also dressing their personality. So you're going to see a lot of different styles and personality there.
Well, and that's perfect. Lunel's is perfect for illustrating this, because that's what you get to do when you shop at Lunel's. You get some expert advice in case you ask for advice, or if someone might make just a suggestion, oh, this will look great with that.
Right. Carrie will laugh because I go in, because I do a lot of shopping at Lunel's, and I literally just go in the dressing room. And I just say, dress me. Because y'all know me, I have no sense of fashion, no sense of style. So if I ever look really nice, it's because I've been to Lunel's and she's dressed me. But I just go in the dressing room and they just pull clothes and they'll come in. I'm like, I'm not trying that on. She's like, try it on. And I do, and then it always looks amazing. So they definitely have a talented staff and a gift for dressing women and making them look the best they can. So it's just a great opportunity for people to see what's coming out. She just said she's gotten a ton of new fall stuff that's coming in. So
we've received at least 50 boxes this week, and we are working steadily getting all the new fashion together, and the models are coming in. The models are excited. We're also going to show how you can transition your wardrobe into fall. So some of your summer pieces that you have right now, we're going to teach you how to make them go into fall without spending a whole lot of money.
Now you have everything else that goes with an outfit a person would buy, from the head to toe.
Yes, we have Spanx. So that always helps an outfit look a little bit better. And then accessories from jewelry and shoes. So yes, we do. We try to do
Bradley bags.
Yes, our handbags, and then we just got a new line that's all leather handbags that is gorgeous. So we'll be debuting those as well at the style show. Dana's will be decorating the tables for us. This year the theme is Jewel of the Nile for the gala, and so we're going to kind of decorate the tables in an Egyptian flair. And so it's going to be a lot of fun.
And if they've never been, they actually have a runway. If you've never been to the style show, you just need to come. It's a great night out for ladies. It'll go from about 6:30 to 8:30, probably 8:30. There's about 100 outfits that they'll get to see, and the ladies actually walk down a runway. The city of Sulphur Springs brings the staging in, and we get it all set up for them. And so you actually, even if there's 200 people in the room, there's not a place that you can sit that you're not going to be able to see what the models have on from head to toe.
First United Methodist Church Fellowship Hall. Excuse me. And then dinner served at round tables. Is that right? It's just very chummy. It's a nice evening that you'll enjoy and remember.
And there'll be a lot of door prizes. And then we have a raffle. We're giving away a $500 gift certificate. So you can purchase raffle tickets that will also benefit the Healthcare Foundation.
Okay. Well, thank you, Carrie, for allowing Lunel's to do this portion of the fundraising efforts that the Hospital Foundation does all the way leading up to January.
Yes.
Now, I was trying to write down the list of things you plan to purchase, but I gave up. It's a big list.
It is a big list.
How do you come to select?
We go to our hospital administration and we just ask them, we ask the department managers, what is it that's the most important thing that we need at our hospital right now? What's going to set us apart? And what's going to keep people here in Hopkins County as opposed to sending them out to Tyler or to Texarkana or somewhere? And so we try to make sure that we're purchasing things that are really going to benefit our patients. That's what we're looking for.
Our Healthcare Foundation has already put many things into the hospital that really there wasn't budget for.
Absolutely, and that's just it. I mean, everybody says, well, the hospital has a whole lot of money. Yes, they do, but we're constantly trying to improve patient care. And so what the Healthcare Foundation is able to do is maybe purchase some of those things that aren't budgeted, but would really set our hospital aside. And so whenever we purchased the first telemedicine machine, that was huge. It saved so many people's lives. It's been really beneficial to our community. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on of the items that we've purchased over the years. The gardens is something that the Healthcare Foundation put in, and we see people out there walking, doing their physical therapy. We see our EMS guys after they've been on a rough call, sitting out there at the waterfall. We see every prom picture and 8th grade banquet picture, is at the garden. So really just trying to enhance our hospital and make it a great place for people when they have to be at the hospital, to make it enjoyable by having the gardens, and also to have state-of-the-art equipment to take care of our patients.
Okay. Our hospital it's wonderful that we have what we have here. And I wonder if other small towns have such a drive to improve their hospital with drives like this or fundraisers like this.
I hope so. I mean, it's so important, and that's part of the reason a lot of people live in a community like Sulphur Springs, is if they have a good hospital. And that's what we want to do. We just want to keep improving it. When Christus came in, I mean, their mission is to... I'm going to sit here and go blank, but basically is to extend the healing ministry of Jesus Christ. And so you really are starting to see a change in our hospital, that everybody that comes in is treated in the same way. Just like we hope Jesus Christ would take care of us as we know he does, hopefully we can take care of our patients that way at our hospital. So it's really been a big difference since they've come in, and it just makes us really excited to be able to do what we're doing, because good things are happening out there at the hospital.
You came into this job as director of the Healthcare Foundation, following in the footsteps of someone who'd done a whole lot already.
Oh, absolutely. Jackie Thornton was amazing. I had humongous shoes to fill. So it's a work in progress, but we do it. And, our community is amazing. I mean, we just continue to raise more and more and more money because the people in Hopkins County are so generous. So as a quick plug for the gala, if you have not gotten your reservations in for the gala, the tickets are very limited at this point. So if you've not gotten your sponsorship in, you need to take care of that as soon as possible. ASAP.
Likewise, is there limited seating at the style show?
There is. The room occupancy is around 200. So
Get your tickets at Lunel Fashion.
And we have several tables reserved even from out of town people. So we've got about 3 tables reserved from Greenville. So
we need the people in Hopkins County to start calling, and they can call us at the Healthcare Foundation. It's 438-4799, or they can stop by Lunel's and tell Carrie, and she'll take care of it too.
What is Lunel's phone number?
903-885-0664.
And if you don't know where Lunel Fashions is, 122 Lee Street, a beautiful 2 parts to the store, lots of windows for you to decorate.
And we are also renovating right now. So we have one room just about finished, and we're about to start the other room. So
thank you for all you do at Lunel's for, well, not you yourself, but family business, 30 plus years.
40 plus.
All right.
Yes, 43.
And thank you, Meredith Cadell, for coming in as well.
Thanks for having us.
Here's Don Julian with sports.
Saltillo Lady Lion cross country standout Sienna Collins took first place at a meet at North Hopkins on Thursday. Collins completed the course in a time of 12 minutes, 50 seconds. The Lady Lions varsity finished 6th as a team. Christina Wade was 37th. Jocelyn Ochoa was 50th. Danielle Ross was 84th. Chandler Bain was 108th, and Ophelia Cabrera was 138th. The Lady Lions JV also competed. Their top finisher was Bianca Castro in 30th place with a time of 18 minutes 54 seconds. The Saltillo Junior High team finished 7th. They were led by Maddie Goldsmith, who finished in 6th place with a time of 14 minutes 44 seconds.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.